So it's a deal then?
Well guys, a deal's a deal. In my last review where I made a quickie of Hazbin Hotel, I promised somewhere that there was going to be a part 2, where I would go through their spin-off series, Helluva Boss. And just like Papa John's, I kept to my promise. So without any further ado, let's talk about Helluva Boss. Helluva Boss is another internet animation made from VisiPop, which is about 4 demons trying to run a good business. Sort of like Hazbin Hotel, which is about demons trying to run a good hotel. So what business do these demons run in hell? Well, they do have this little assassins industries called the Immediate Murder Professionals, and they also have like this book which can help them go back into Earth. So if you ever had a guy who screwed you over before you died and went to hell, and that person is still alive, you can just call the Immediate Murder Professional, then they'll just kill them immediately. It doesn't matter whether they're a guy or a woman or a kid or an animal of some sort, they'll still kill them. Yeah, so think of it as your everyday Assassin's Creed video game.
Except it takes place in hell.
So now that we went over the plot, let's start talking about the characters. This is Blitz, even though his name has an O in it like Blitzo, but the O is silent. Anyways, he is the boss of the industries. Yeah, so this clown-looking half-faced demon thing is known to often come off to the series as a decent and very entertaining character. I just really think he's funny. Like he's just funny in many ways. Like he's just dramatic while at the same time funny. He's also making some sarcastic jokes. He's just funny at all, you know? He's just a very cool and funny boss. He's very entertaining to the series. I love him a lot. Also, this guy is voiced by Brandon Rogers. So, for any of you uncultured swines who have no idea on who the heck Brandon Rogers is, well, he's basically one of those funny YouTubers. He's kind of like Filthy Frank in a way, just makes some very weird and funny content. Oh, and if you want another hint, he was that one guy who made that famous meme that everyone used to know.
Put that candy back, I'm not buying you all that mess. Oh, try me.
Yeah, you guys remember when that was a thing? Anyways, we now move on to Moxie, the guy on the right. He is the cuck of the group. I am not kidding. He's like the only person in the group who's actually making sense, yet not a lot of people ever really listen to him. He's not like the outcast or anything, he's just kind of weak within the entire group of the characters.
I'd like to go on record and say that incident was Luna's fault. Dispatch is supposed to give us the right info on the target. It's very simple.
Oh, sit on a Moxie.
You sit! Sit on a... and the... do your job!
Oftentimes, Moxie will be so stressed out that he could have panic attacks. Yeah, Moxie will be stressed out for many reasons often within the pilot. One of them being how his boss, Blitz, is known to just constantly stalk him and his wife throughout his entire house.
Really impressive wordplay.
What the? Why are you in our fridge?
What you dreaming about?
I was dreaming my parents were being murdered. But now, I'd like to go back to that.
See, and it's just so freaking weird that he's doing this. Like, why are you stalking your coworkers throughout the entire house? Oh, it's like, oh, what, you got nothing better to do, so you're just gonna stalk your coworkers all day? And also, how the heck they even get their, like, address? Like, they just follow them home or something? Oh, by the way, Moxie is voiced by Richard Horvitz, so if you're wondering why he almost sounds like Invader Zim, that's why. Speaking of wife, we're now going to talk about Moxie's wife, Millie, voiced by Erica Lindbeck. Like Charlie and Vaggie from Hazbin Hotel, Millie and Moxie, they both have like a very big thing with each other, except it's a relationship. When times are tough for Moxie, Millie will just come in right into the scene and try to comfort Moxie as much as possible. At most, Millie is very welcoming and heartwarming. And now it's time to talk about Luna, with 2 O's. Also voiced by Erica Lindbeck. Adopted from Blitz, Luna morally plays a different role within the establishment when she's working for the Immediate Murder Professionals. When she's working at the establishment, she morally works as the caller, so she's basically the one who gets the calls from the people. But enough about jobs, let's talk about Luna in general. Now, if there's any way I could explain Luna's personality, is that I could say, well, Luna's kind of like a troubled emo teenager. Yeah, like an emo teenager, she's kind of cool at times, you know, just playing on her phone, just minding her own business. But then there are other times where she could be very aggressive.
Happy adoption anniversary, Looney. I got you a little something.
Is it a cure for syphilis?
Oh.
Then I don't want it!
I'm sorry, my spiders.
God damn it. Whoever left the avocado salad in the fridge, I'm taking it because I have the worst hangover right now. Why would you drink on a work night? I'm hungover from this morning, dumbass.
Isn't that my lunch?
You know what? I can't take this assault right now. I need to blow off some steam.
Also, this doesn't really have much to do with the main characters or anything like that, but I just wanted to point out that Brock Baker is also in this, and he plays a character named Stolas. It's just some guy that Blitz had intercourse with just so he could get the book in the first place that sends him to Earth. And what's more crazy about this is after they even had intercourse, Stolas just keeps on calling him like constantly, and he's always horny for him.
When I'm lonely, I become hungry. And when I become hungry, I want to choke on that red of yours, your sad and lick all of your before taking out your and with more teeth until you're screaming like a baby.
Eat this. And then you know that bridge over the freeway?
Yeah?
Get off it.
In conclusion, Helluva Boss, just like Hazbin Hotel, is another very great internet cartoon that was made in 2019. However, from what I've heard from other reviewers, it is arguably way more better than Hazbin Hotel, and I do not blame them. I actually agree with that as well. See, I've been taking good looks at both of the two shows, and I'm seeing one being more better than the other. That one better show being, of course, Helluva Boss. I'm not saying that Hazbin Hotel sucks compared to Helluva Boss. It's just, I just think that Helluva Boss is just kind of more better in a way. Like, look at the animation for an example. Look at Helluva Boss compared to Hazbin Hotel. As you can see, Helluva Boss looks way more detailed than Hazbin Hotel, as it has way more background features and has way more outlines and stuff like that. It just looks more just better in a way. Even though they still have the same cartoon looks, they all have the same character styles with their same red, yellow, and white eyes. All the characters have that apparently, but I don't mind. It's nothing too bad. But it's like you can clearly see that Helluva Boss has a more detailed animation. Also, they have a more memorable voice cast. The only two voice actors that I know from Hazbin Hotel is Joe Graham.
But I gotta get SpongeBob back!
And Maxwell Adams. But Helluva Boss, oh my god, they have Brock Baker, Brandon Rogers, and Richard Horvitz. Oh my god. So let me get this straight. So you're telling me that it took you about 5 years to make something like Hazbin Hotel, yet it only took you like a few months to finish up Helluva Boss? You know what, maybe it took them a long time because they're making something in 30 minutes. Helluva Boss is actually 11 minutes long, so I don't know, maybe they were just working very hard on making something that was 30 minutes. I don't blame them. Animators try their hardest when it comes to, animating. So, yeah, it's not their fault. Yeah, so comparing Helluva Boss to Hazbin Hotel, it's kind of like comparing two twins together. One of them are going to be very successful in life, and the other, maybe, or not so much. Also, Hazbin Hotel has a lot more jokes that just made me laugh at the most. Hazbin Hotel, that also kind of made me laugh, but this show, Helluva Boss, just has a lot more jokes, and they're actually just really funny. I'm not saying Hazbin Hotel isn't funny, but I don't know, this show just has way more jokes than that. So me being one of the most generous critics of all time, I'm going to give this, of course, a 5 out of 5. Yes, another 5-star rating indeed. Yeah, and just like Hazbin Hotel, I suggest you guys watch this. This is actually very funny. Yeah, you guys want to see something humorous? Go check this out. This is actually pretty funny. I actually laughed at this a couple times. It's really nice to watch. But yeah, with all that being said, my name is Tyler Trapdoor, and don't forget to subscribe, and please wash your hands. See you next time.